everybody, what's up? Cameron here. I really wanted to do this video for a long time, and today I finally get the chance to do it, so I'm really excited to jump right in and talk about what I just did in the last year, just a little bit, and then also talk about how I took a gap year. So first, I want to say I am back at Liberty University. I'm going to try to finish out college here. I'm really excited to do that. I just got on campus here a couple days ago, and I feel really good. I feel really good about things. I think that it's going to be a really good year, and I'm excited. First, I want to start off with kind of where I was at the end of my freshman year. So I'm going into my junior year now, and at the end of my first year, I was basically extremely confused by what I wanted to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have much direction at the time. I was in aviation, and something was just telling me, hey, this isn't right. This isn't right for you. Consider making a change or something. Basically, I got home. I flew back home, and all around the semester was very, very upsetting. I ended up failing essentially a big final in aviation. And after I failed that final for like the third time, I literally booked a plane ticket on the spot and flew home. I was very frustrated. I ended up stranded in Atlanta for that night, and I remember a bunch of drama happened with a couple of friends, and there was just a lot going on from that May until June. So June comes around, and I still don't know what I want to do in the fall. I didn't want to go back into aviation, at least that's what I was pretty sure. I was wondering if maybe business was the better route to go down, or marketing, or what. So I sat down with my dad and I'm like, okay, I think I want to take a gap year. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I want to try to grow my web design company, and I have an idea for a business I want to start with my buddy down in Lima, Peru. Those are kind of the two things that I'm thinking of. And he said, no, go get a job, you're going to school in the fall. A week later comes by, I kind of bring it back again, and he's like, okay, fine, you can do this year, take it, see what happens this semester, and if you want to take the entire year off, that's fine, but you have to take online classes, at least get the gen eds out of the way. I was like, okay, great. So I kept doing web design and just did that all fall. I would end up at a Starbucks early in the morning, would leave Starbucks in the early afternoon, and just really work on growing my business. That's what happened from basically June until probably September, October. Once October came around, I was really starting to plan on this new business that me and my buddy were starting down in Lima, Peru. We called it iPhone Yeah, which was essentially a technology repair shop, but we primarily focused on Apple products, such as the iPhone, but my business partner could really repair anything, so most anything that would come our way, we would try to help out. Fast forward, I buy a plane ticket. I had enough web design stuff to give me a little bit of extra cash, and I flew down to Lima, Peru. And I was like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna start this company, and we're gonna see what we can make out of this. So from December till March, me and him tried to grow this company as much as we could. And there was a lot of things that I knew would be really tough. I knew it would be really tough to turn a profit in the first 8 months, but that's what I was really attempting to do. Part of the reason that I gave myself such limited time was because I knew I was probably coming back to school. I knew I would have to save. I only have so much money that I could invest in this company. So that was kind of the thought that was going through my head. And here we are. We started in January. It is August. We have basically just shut everything down. We made a tiny bit of money, nothing serious. I'm sure as heck not getting an ROI on it. That's okay. I knew that if this business failed, I would learn a lot. And I was able to take a lot of the principles that I learned with this business in Peru. And one, I realized I really loved international business. I loved everything about it. It was just awesome. Everything from doing the logistics with the Chinese suppliers to figuring out how the business environment works in Peru, which was very challenging, especially in the short 3 months that I was there. Those are kind of the two big objectives that I did. So I want to talk about taking a gap year, what I learned, and how you might be able to take a gap year yourself. The first thing that I realized about taking a gap year is you need to plan ahead. You need to have at least some sort of plan in your mind so you can at least have an idea of what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're probably just gonna be waking up at noon, watching Netflix, not doing anything. It's not gonna be a productive year. Where a gap year, I think for a lot of people, is a time to take risks, is a time to really learn and invest in yourself. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do during that gap year? Are you gonna work? Are you gonna travel? Are you gonna study a little bit more, maybe in a different type of setting, such as studying a language? You gotta figure those things out. Traveling, for me, is honestly one of my favorite things to do because you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about the world, you learn so much about other cultures. It's incredible. And I kind of took all three of those and combined them. I was still doing classes online just to get gen eds going. I did work, I traveled for work, and I loved combining all three of those. It was a lot of fun. Why are you doing this plan? Why are you taking the year? What are you gonna do, and how long are you gonna take this gap year? Is it gonna be an entire year? Is it only gonna be a semester? Is it gonna be a year and a half? I mean, that's kind of up to you. Number two is stick to the plan. I had this idea for the business in Lima, Peru, and I ended up with so much anxiety over it, and part of me just wanted to pull the plug on the whole thing. But looking back, I was so glad that I went through with it and that we did the business. I was super glad. Number three, kind of the big thing that I wish I probably would have structured a little bit better is my social life during my gap year. It wasn't until the end of the gap year when I actually started to get a grip on my social life, because from June until December, really did not do anything with friends. Don't have a lot of friends back in Des Moines, I guess, and I just didn't do anything. But then from December till March, I was in Peru. I have friends down there. We did a lot of stuff, played soccer every other night, stuff like that. It wasn't until really about the summer when I finally started getting my social life under control and to a place where I felt better about things. So I guess that was one huge thing that I wish I would have structured a little bit better. But that's totally okay. You live, you learn, and you move on. All around, my recommendation for a gap year is if you don't know what you want to do in school and you want to figure that out, I would recommend taking a gap year. It was definitely something that I don't regret. I don't think I ever will regret. Part of me does wonder, what if I did stay at my school, the entire year and just go through it, don't do the gap year, and I guess I'll never find out, and that's totally okay. I decided to choose that path, so it's a little bit different, but it works. And here I am, I'm coming into my junior year, and all around, I'm just really excited for it. So, what's coming up next? So I have some collaborations in the works. I'm talking with Michaela. I'm talking to a guy named Alex about having him come onto my channel. I'm gonna start putting out a lot more Liberty content, I feel like, over the next couple of months, just because I'm back at Liberty. I have kind of the opportunity and the platform to keep making videos around that topic, which I'm only here for another 2 years, so might as well. And ultimately, that's kind of what's coming down the pipe, and I'm really excited to put out some new content. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope everybody has a great week. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you later.